Okay, not a great way to start this interview, but we have spoken a lot lately.
Yes.
So I'm not bringing much fresh content to this conversation.
What
so
a
please
shame.
Set your bar low.
I think you're supposed to do like research during the week and like try to come up with questions.
Well, Justin, tried to do my best research possible, went to the baker's factory to, really understand where the 51's at, really understand what you're doing during the week, and you were a no-show.
Yes, so that's correct.
What more can I do?
You actually put in the effort this week.
Yes.
And I didn't. I had to get this finger healed up. Still, first time riding this week, so we'll see if I can use my front brake. It's feeling very tender.
Yes.
Tender.
You
would like it to be tender, but it's tender. So we'll see. Yeah, good to ride this week. Saved it till Friday, so fingers feeling a little better. Able to move it a little now, so we'll see. But yeah, man, we're here. Jersey, love Jersey.
Is it even a good idea for you to be doing press day? Like, could this extra 10 minutes of riding hurt the finger more?
No, I need to feel it and try to. I need to figure out if I'm gonna tape them together or do whatever. So.
What did you do last weekend?
Both.
But I tape and no tape?
Yeah, and I wasn't still not able to use my front brake at all. So hopefully this weekend I can use my front brake.
Well, one of those must have been better than the other.
Yeah, taping it was better.
What, from a feeling point of view or a pain point of view?
Feeling point of view on the bike. So
right.
I can't bend my brake. So if I tape them together, obviously I that. But then I'm only holding on with those two fingers so it's like sketchy. So. Fingers crossed I can just use my finger.
You're like a bit of a hero.
Yeah.
Speaking of brakes, no? You don't want to be a hero?
I'll be a hero.
I was just trying to,
It's better than being a zero.
The best way to get forward in this sport is kiss ass.
Or win. Or win.
Well, I can't win.
Okay.
So this my way.
So the winning's on me and the kissing ass is on you.
Yes.
Fair enough.
At least we both have our position in life.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked front brake, rear brake. You mentioned those issues last week.
We figured it out. We think we figured it out. We have a guard on there this weekend because it looks like maybe I tagged someone in the first corner. We didn't feel that, but
that's not like you.
No, I know. And of course, all the corners after that were right-handers up until the first left-hander after the finish line.
That is a very good point.
So it looks like maybe I hit someone and it moved the master cylinder, and that's why I had no rear brake.
Oh, I'm glad we figured that out.
So yeah, we got a guard on there just in case. Hopefully you don't use it.
And final thing to figure out.
Something. Yeah. Did you figure it out yet?
You can answer whatever you want to this.
I will absolutely answer the truth. I'll put hand on the Bible.
Okay. Just for everyone watching, there's no Bible there.
Yes, no Bible.
But if you think your bike is that special to you, then that's nice.
Yes, it is.
And speaking of your bike. Your contract's up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Are you talking to people, or are you not even at that point yet? You must have had a conversation with someone somewhere.
Calling everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling everybody. And
are they going well?
I mean, the dominoes have to fall.
Oh yeah, we covered this.
Yeah.
You're a dog, but the biggest dog needs to bark
there's
first.
a couple dogs. There's a lot of dogs in the fight this year for jobs, and everyone needs to find their homes. And yeah, obviously I'm calling people and trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I think I'm at the point in my career now I don't really need an agent to get me a job. Either people want me or don't want me, and I've made a lot of connections through the years, and I feel good about talking to people and handling my own business. So yeah, talking, calling, seeing what's going on. Nothing on the table yet, so we'll keep going.
Are you stressed?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, I did a privateer thing before, which it's not going to come to that. But no, not stressed. Just would like to know what's going on. That would be nice. So you take that as what you want to take that as.
So last week was the debut. Overall, was it harder than you expected? Were there challenges that you maybe underestimated? Was it maybe a bit of a baptism of fire?
Yeah, it was. In a way, went kind of better than I expected, and why I say that, not results-wise, but just riding-wise. I mean, I feel like I was hanging with, top 10 guys, and I don't feel like I was riding good at all. Yeah. So that was like a good sign for me. I wasn't at my best. My arms were locked up, and I was still like in that mix of before the parachute really came out. So that was a good feeling, and like I was in B practice and I was 14th. I was like 4/10 off of 10th, and I had like I had the worst track of the day. So there was a few things that had some positives. So I already just feel a lot more relaxed. I was just a little tense last weekend. Of course, I had really 3 to 4 weeks of riding before racing, so I haven't had the best prep time. But I mean, that's no excuse. I'm on an amazing bike, and if I just got the arms loose, would be all right. But here we are. We get another chance this weekend, so looking forward to it.
Do you feel like you slotted in right where you were last year? Like, did it almost feel like picking up from your last race in 24?
Kind of. But by the last race last year, I was actually riding really well at Salt Lake. I got, top 10 there, and I think I'll be better if I'll be good once I can ride the whole main with my being normal, you know. But I love this bike, and I want to get some starts. Like this bike is amazing off the start, so I really want to. I'll shut Steve and everyone up because I am known as the worst starter in Supercross. So I'd love to get some good starts and see where it takes me.
You mentioned how amazing this bike is over and over, but in a race situation, what was one thing that you were like, okay, that does need more work or more attention?
It was suspension last week for me. It was just a little too soft. So in the rhythm sections, if I didn't time it like absolutely perfect, then it just went a little too deep. And so we actually worked on that this week. We changed a few things this week, and hey, you don't know till you go racing. Those conditions are something that you just don't really get at the practice track. So it was good.
And I'm guessing it's been years since you had these like testing resources. This many opportunities, this much knowledge around you.
Yeah.
Like this must be a nice throwback.
Yeah, it's really nice. I want to have all the resources for anything you want to work on. Suspension guys on deck. You got Hutch, is the mapping ECU. They have so many options, which is so cool. And I'm a pretty easy, simple rider. We tried a fork on Wednesday, and I liked it, and I didn't want to do anything. I was like, just bring that to the race.
Yeah.
I didn't tinker with it. When I have a feeling with something, I'm good. So I'm not very picky, but last week we were just a little too soft on the suspension, so that will be a big help here.
Do the options and resources feel similar to Husqvarna, or is this even like another level from where you were there?
I would say it might be another level up because it's like kind of crazy. I literally have my own suspension guy here. Right. I have my own mapping guy here. I got the whole team. I mean, it's because, obviously both Lawrence's boys are hurt, so they're just here for me. So it's like, what did I do to deserve all of that?
You're the British Arena Cross champion.
I'm the British Arena Cross champion.
That carries some weight in these parts.
Exactly. Who knew that would be the golden ticket to the HRC ride? I know, exactly. So, we're having fun. We're enjoying it. If these are my last few Supercrossies, I do want to do well, and I want to enjoy it, and want an opportunity. So it's really cool.
Okay, obviously you've missed the podium the last 2 weeks, but quietly the riding's been good. Foxborough was a mess, as we discussed. What have you worked on this week to kind of get back to your top level?
I had a good day this week riding. I rode twice, and I felt great. I feel like the last couple of weeks have been good. My riding has been great, and the mud race in Foxborough was pretty tough, and obviously you can't really show like what you can do in the mud, so it's pretty hard. Last weekend I had a pretty big crash in the heat race, and I was actually glad to be alright. And I got, let's be honest, I got kind of lucky on that one. So the last 2 races have been great, but I'm ready to turn it around, and we have 3 races to go. So that's the goal this weekend, to turn it around and get back in a good rhythm.
I was honestly surprised that you were even riding as normal this week. I thought you might have to miss a couple of days because of neck and.
Yeah, I got lucky, like to be alright. I hit a little bit my head, but it didn't really bother me for the main event. Of course, after a crash like that, you kind of lose a little bit of confidence, and you get a little bit more nervous. And I had to go through the LCQ, so it was a tough night, but we managed to. I feel like save a little bit the damage, and like I said, 3 races to go. It's time to go.
How concerned are you about winning a race? Because it's at the point in the championship where that doesn't really matter. You need to focus on the bigger picture more.
I know, I want to. That's really the goal. I feel like this year a lot of different winners. I'm lucky that RJ and Seth only have 1 win.
Yeah.
It's not like someone has 5 wins and I will have nothing. So then I will be really mad. But this year, like every weekend is a different winner, and it's pretty tough. There's a lot of good guys, like we all know. and it's tough. But I want the next few races, the next 3 races actually. I really want to grab the win.
How do you stop that want to win getting out of control though? Because obviously you don't want to throw it away.
I feel like I haven't. So the last 2 races have been muddy. Obviously last weekend at LCQ I had a really bad gate peak because of I went to the LCQ. So I need to be in a good position before the main event, go a good heat race, and yeah, just get a great start and do my laps. And I feel like I have the speed to do it, so I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow.
Last thing, how far do you think you are from being like the complete Supercross rider? Do you still feel like there's a long way to go in your development?
I think so. I'm still improving. I feel like I feel more comfortable than last year. And in general on the track, I feel like less stress when I go to a new track and stuff. So that's pretty good.
You were stressing then, going like from round to round.
Especially the first year. Last year, I was still like, maybe I wasn't like, I don't know, like just. I feel like when I go to the race now, I can just ride and don't really think about the track and the rhythm. And that feels good. Just improving.
I remember doing a press day here.
I would say maybe 1 or 2 years more, and I would maybe be like I feel in outdoor maybe.
Okay, so this Supercross season's been weird for you. You've kind of had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in of this title fight all the way through. So how have you been managing those highs and lows, and where was the mindset at leaving wherever we were, Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit up and down, but no, I'm just trying to keep it fun and enjoy it. I'm in a really cool position right now where I don't have pressure on me to go win. The only thing me and the team have that we want is to be better each weekend, and that's where my focus has been. And honestly, when you can go out here and you really don't have an expectation, all you really got to focus on is going and doing your best and putting your best foot forward. Like it's honestly made going racing each weekend very exciting for me. And now where it's like I'm not very far out of the championship, but you know, if I don't win it, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It's been pretty exciting to show up, and I can go mix some things up and maybe cause some carnage, and it doesn't really affect me, you know. So no, it's just exciting for me to come in here, and you know, I've never been here before, so it's still going to travel to cool places and get to race my dirt bike. And like I said, I'm not far out of it, so it is a pretty cool position to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you feeling like pressure thinking about points and stuff coming into here, but you kind of have nothing to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't really matter what pressure you feel, what you want to do. If you execute, you'll get to where you need to be.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, I know if I put my best foot forward and execute, like you said, I can be up there, I can podium, I can win. So, yeah, for me, there's no pressure. I don't have anything to lose. I mean, I could go out and win tomorrow, or I can go out and get 7th. It doesn't matter, you know. So, obviously, I want to go out and win. I want to podium, but I'm not putting that pressure on myself to go do that. I need to be better on Supercross. My racecraft isn't where it needs to be, but testing with the bike and still learning more about the bike, building my racecraft, getting ready for, honestly, Supercross next year is where we're at right now.
How far do you think you are from being like the complete Supercross rider? How much further do you think you need to go to figure that part out perfectly?
I feel like by the end of this series before outdoors, I feel like I'll be really good. It's just, I think for me, I need to just stay focused on one thing, and just because I'm in this championship run, or I'm not far out of it, like, don't change my focus from that. Like, I still need to go do the little things that I've been working on each week, and that's just trying to put consistent laps together and minimize the mistakes, and you know, just stay in it a little bit. So I think for me, just for next year, like, my racecraft needs to be a little bit better. My speed is good. Speed's really good. My skill's good. It's more or less just like when you get in the race scenario and just kind of keeping it all together.